Today we're going to be working on the ultimate vacation yacht stability and more. Let's get started. As you can see, when we're at a complete stop, we have actual water going over this back deck right here, and we don't want that. So we need to somehow get this entire thing to actually sit higher. So let's bring this to the workbench and get started here. So the only way I know about doing that is adding more of these robotic pivots. So we're going to do probably 2 more sets right back here, and it is on symmetry, so they are perfectly in sync. And then we need to add 2 more in the actual hull down here. So let's see, there's already a ton, so I don't know where this is going to fit. So we'll just add 2 right here. Perfect. Let's see if this makes a difference at all. And I would say that helped, but it's still like very close. At least the water's not like actually spilling over now, but actually it's not even going over at all. Let's go on the back here. Maybe my weight would make it go down. I don't think so. That's actually perfect. So this will work. I think the stability height wise is working, but let's go ahead and actually start these engines, and I'm going to show you guys something with this turning. When I actually turn this thing, it actually goes at an angle, which I actually kind of like that. I don't know, do you guys think that's fine? And then let's turn on max wind just to make sure this thing's capable of surviving max wind and not flipping over. So this is on max wind. It gets really rough, so we might need an active stabilizer maybe. Hold on, let's go to a complete stop. Yeah, so this is max wind at the complete side of this thing, so maybe we should, I don't know, because if we have an active stabilizer, we're gonna sit much lower also. Yeah, never mind, I definitely think we need one after seeing that. Okay, so we're gonna add one of those, I guess. All right, so the active stabilizer is like a huge amount of weight, and it just basically counters what the ship is at. So we could actually just use this weight right here, so it wouldn't really affect it that horribly. So we're probably going to do that. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves some linear tracks. So we need to line this entire thing with that, and we're going to do the same thing on this other side right here. So linear tracks will just be completely filled in this area here, and then we're going to delete all that stuff above it so we can actually do the moving part of it. So let's grab ourselves some linear tracks, and we're just going to line this completely across, and then at the dead center we're going to grab the actual engine or motor for this, and that'll make it go left to right. Now that that's done, we need to actually move all these weight blocks onto the same subgrid. So we're just going to cut all of this out, and then we're going to grab ourselves some weight blocks, and it was like 3 across or something, so we'll just grab 3 and drag it all the way across. And as you can see, it's kind of gray, which means it's not on the main subgrid, which is what we want. We're going to connect both of those together, and now we have 2 engines powering all these weight blocks, so that should not be an issue, and this will move left to right depending on how tilted the ship is. It actually won't do that yet since we need the microcontroller for it, so let's make sure everything's good here. So I think we have everything all connected. We could even add maybe a top row if needed, but I don't know, we'll see. We're gonna go ahead and take the active stabilizer microcontroller out of the fishing boat because I honestly don't remember it. So I think it's this little piece of advanced equipment right here, and it is connected to a tilt sensor facing, let's see, nope, that's A plus B. Wait, what did I even do for that? I have no idea. Okay, so let's see what all this is connected to. Okay, so it's connected to this tilt sensor. It's at the top of the boat facing left, and it's kind of like in the center, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and put this in our microcontroller room down here. Now we need a tilt sensor at the top of the boat, which will detect how much tilt we are going at. So somewhere about right here is actually perfect. That's amazing. So we'll just put that right there, connect that to the microcontroller, and I think it's somewhere down here right there. Perfect. Then it will output to these linear track things in here. So track speed, and I think I actually have to gear these a little bit. Actually, I think we'll just leave it plain for now. So we're going to go ahead and connect electric, because these will actually use a ton of electric, which is kind of the issue. I think we're gonna have to add a infinite generator on this thing. I don't want to worry about electricity, honestly. That's not what you want to worry about on a yacht. See, maybe a fishing boat, but definitely not a yacht. Let's go ahead and turn down wind and not glitch inside the boat there. Perfect. And let's see if the active stabilizer is working. I feel like it's kind of opposite. Yeah, so the active stabilizer is up and running. I feel like there's something wrong. Hold on, maybe we have to do a numerical inverter on the tilt sensor. So let's go ahead and do that. So numerical inverter, I think I spelled that right. Yes, I did. So we're gonna go ahead, connect this to the tilt sensor. So where's the tilt sensor at? So we will output the inverted number to this, and then I think that's the tilt sensor. Yes, so we'll just bring this directly up to it. Hopefully this will work. Right, new stabilizer. Let's see if it's not inverted this time. All right, it looks perfectly stable on my end. Let's go ahead and here and see what's going on with the actual stabilizer down here. It's perfectly centered, which is good. Going to the right a little bit, but that just means we have a little bit of lean that way. Let's go ahead and turn on all these engines right here. That's our displays engines. And now let's go ahead and start turning here in a second and see what the stabilizer actually does. All right, so we're up and running. Let's go ahead and turn left, or no, that's right. Okay, so we're going that way, and it should go to the complete other side, which it does. So now we have a working active stabilizer, which is great. But what we're trying to test really is what it does on wind. So let's see how this thing actually does on wind. We might need to add more weight, because I feel like that's really just not enough weight for doing anything crazy. Oh, there we go. Maybe pitch stabilizers. This doesn't look good at all. Wait a second. We're like popping a wheelie. Do you guys see that? That's actually really cool. Wait, Wait, what? We're still continuing. I don't know. That was interesting. But yeah, we are pretty stable, even completely sideways on this wind here. Actually, like perfectly stable. This is very impressive. Now we're going to be doing it at a bit of a different angle. So an angle like this is kind of tough on most boats. So something like that might happen. Yep. So we're kind of like flying out of the water, which just means we're going too fast. So realistically, we would not be going this fast in this condition. Okay, it'll pop a wheelie, but then it'll flip over. And can it auto flip over? Let's see. So it'll go completely right there and it will flip over perfectly just like that. Amazing. So yeah, I think we have a pretty good active stabilizer in this thing. It's a really good microcontroller. It's good at countering it. But I've also noticed we're having speed issues. So I did say that we were going to fix the speed on this thing. I don't know where I put the actual linear track speed thing at. I don't know. It's not a thing anymore. But as you can see, we're going slow right now. And then if we go ahead and turn on infinite fuel, this thing really just shoots up in speed and goes much faster. The bow sticks out more. It just looks way cooler when it's this fast. So we're going to try doing some even more tuning to these engines today and maybe even add a super massive turbocharger to this thing. And hopefully that makes it go a little bit faster without infinite fuel on. But for that supercharger to work, we need an infinite generator off of Workshop. So we have this ultra compact infinite generator. It works amazing. It does what it says it does, I guess. So we're just going to put this down here and probably put it just on the ceiling of the engine room so it's not in the way of anything. So just put it up just like that. Perfect. Actually, you know what? We'll probably put it over there. So we'll just slam it against the wall and make it kind of just look like a utility or something. So just slam it there. Perfect. And just like that, this should already work. I don't know how, but they just somehow got an infinite generator working with a couple fluid pumps, which is a little bit confusing. Let's go ahead and turn all this on. So generator on / off is that one. Oh, we have it reversed. Oh no. You know what? It's fine. All right. So let's go ahead and actually go ahead and grab our motor here. And this is going to be a medium electric motor. This is going to be the supercharger powering the actual impeller pump. So that's a pretty insane amount of power going through here. This is going to use a lot of electric, and that's basically the only reason we're using this generator here. So there we go. Now that we have that done, we're going to connect impeller pumps to each and every one of these air manifolds. We probably should not have an air manifold this low. It works. That's all that matters. So we're going to go ahead, delete some blocks right there, grab ourselves an impeller pump. So impeller pump. This is just wait, could we do a large impeller pump? I don't know if we have enough room for this. See, we probably do if we get rid of these pumps here, because we don't need a pump if we have an impeller pump. All right, so what we're doing now is making room for 3 large impeller pumps, or actually just the normal size impeller pumps. These aren't even classified as large. They're just normal. All right, so now we need to connect RPS from this electric motor to all of them, and we're having an issue here. So the electric motor itself is actually blocking one of the fluid ends, so we need to put this electric motor somewhere else. I'm thinking maybe we could just put it like right here. I mean, I guess that would work. All right, great. We're gonna go ahead and connect RPS to all 3 large impeller pumps. All right, RPS has been connected. Now we need to connect fluid ends on all of these. So I think we have enough room for all that. I just connected this fluid end to the small impeller pump here. I don't even know if we need this motor still. What? I don't know. We'll figure it out. We got everything all connected. We actually did end up disconnecting that from the smaller pump right there, but I think everything's good here. Let's go ahead and go on our logic menu, and this electrical motor here is being powered by what? So we're just going to connect this to the larger impeller pumps if I can find it. Oh gosh. All right, so if this doesn't make this thing faster, I don't know what will. That's going to be a bit disappointing, but let's go ahead and spawn this in and test it out. All right, so let's go ahead and start up these engines, and we're going to go in the engine room before this thing actually starts moving and make sure everything's all going to plan. All right, so these do not have electric. Okay, that's not going to work then. There we go. The electric motor is at 19 RPS. The impeller pump is being spooled up. All right, so let's go ahead and actually start throttling this thing. See how much faster we actually go. So we are on full throttle right now. Let's see. All right, we are actually going quite quick. Oh my gosh, look at that. This is exactly what it looked like on infinite fuel. Hold on, let's turn on infinite fuel here and see if we go like any faster. I don't know if we are going to. Here we go, infinite fuel. I don't think we are really. I mean, a little bit. So let's see, we get around to 25 RPS with infinite fuel, and then if we turn off infinite fuel, it goes to like 23. So 2 RPS higher, maybe 1.5, which actually isn't bad at all. Wow, we actually got these engines going really well now. Okay, that's great. But yeah, there we go. I feel like we got these engines looking very nice and like actually performing really nice, but now we need to add a couple systems to this thing. So maybe some navigational lights and the anchor. We still need to do all that stuff still. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and copy all the anchor systems from the fishing boat and bring it to our new boat. And we still have all these radars here for some reason. We'll delete those in a bit here, but let's go ahead and grab our anchor, cut it out just like this, click K 3 times, and just bring it straight in here. And oh, we have it upside down. Okay, that's interesting. So now we need to click L twice, and now it's upside down. Did I put it upside down for a yeah, I think I did. So we'll just put this directly where this anchor is at. Make sure it's in the same exact exact spot. So maybe forward 1 block. Perfect. Merge it in, and now it looks like the exact same thing. And then we have the microcontroller here, which will just stuff in the actual microcontroller room. And the cool part of this is that it's all already connected. As you can see from the logic node, it's going straight to the anchor, and we'll just put this in here. And then for the final thing is the actual anchor itself. And we're going to put this right where the gap is, right over here. So I did leave a little bit of spacing right here, and this is where the anchor will actually kind of swing at. So we'll put this here, click K once, and I think this might be the perfect spot right here. All right, so the anchor is right there. Let's spawn this in and actually see if it works. So let's see, it is right there. Perfect. All right, looks amazing. Okay, we got the microcontroller right here. I don't know where we're actually going to put this. There's not a whole lot of room. Maybe somewhere. No, I want the bow thrusters to probably be right there. Maybe we could just put it like right here. I mean, I guess that would work. I think we have everything all connected on the composite side and all that. So, all right, let's go ahead and spawn this in and test it. If I hold it down right here, hold on, let's turn on our displays. Anchored down should extend the rope length, and it should go down. Perfect. And then we can bring it up. We have to probably make that on a toggle, but we can do that. And it'll go all the way up to right there, which is amazing. So let's go ahead and drop this and see if it can like actually auto connect, which it basically should. That's what we did on the anchor video on that last thing. Here we go. Anchor is lowering. Let's see if it connects to the seabed. So it will connect and stop lowering the second it does that. And oh wait, no, it isn't. It's actually continuing to lower. What's going on with that? I think we need to fix that. Oh wait, no, I think we actually have to like automatically stop lowering it. Yeah, that's what we had to do. I forgot about that. Yeah, so it is connected right now. Let's try like kind of driving away, not too fast because it will actually drive away. Right, so we're gonna put some slack in this rope. We're actually no slack, so it's gonna completely tighten right here. Let's see, and it will stop the boat just like this. Look at that. Our bow is dipping really hard. Yeah, very strong anchor we got there. Yeah, so we should not move at all with this anchor unless we like full throttle here. This is on full throttle, and then of course it'll definitely break the rope a little bit. Oh, not even. Okay, well that's a really strong rope there. Same with the connector. I don't even know what's going on with that, but that's a pretty interesting rope. Yep, there it is, and it just flew back. Okay, so working anchor, we have that. Now we need to add some navigational lights. But before we do that, we're gonna turn off symmetry here and delete all these radars. I don't think we need these anymore, especially those huge ones. Absolutely unnecessary. So for boats like this, red is on normally the left. So let's go ahead and grab our lights, and we have symmetry on for a reason. So we'll put this there, and then we're gonna go ahead and go to our paints, turn off symmetry like we just did. Red on this side, and then a cool green color on this side. Great. So now we have some nav lights. How should we make this part look better here? I think for the fishing boat, we did something like this. So we just grabbed the 1x2 wedge and really had it smooth out perfectly right there. Okay, that'll definitely work. Then there's for some reason normally a stern light on the back. It's just like a white beacon light or something like that. So we'll put that right there, color it the right color, so brown on the top. And then we cannot forget about electrical for this. There we go. Now that that's done, we need a button on this driver's seat here to turn on nav lights. So I'm thinking number 1. So number 1 will activate all nav lights, and simple as that. Now we have working nav lights. I don't even think we need to test that because I just know it'll work. And then we need a button for the horn. We already have horns, so we're just gonna do this. So the space key will be our horn. So where's the space bar at on here? I think it's like one of these gray ones, or no, it's the on and off right here. Space. This top part right here needs a little bit of trim to it, so we're gonna make like this darker color we did on the lower part. I feel like this will just look good. All right, I don't think that looks too bad. And then I think on this way top part here, we're gonna do a really light gray color just to circle it. We don't want it to be like a complete copy of the other one. So there we go. So now it's clearly able to tell that it's not the same, but it looks cool. And we cannot forget about this pool right here. So this thing normally drains with water like the second we spawn it in, because it like all flies out right there. And yeah, so look at how low that water is. That's just not cool enough for a hot tub. So I'm thinking down in the engine room somewhere, we're gonna make a pump, and this pump will actually pump in water, and it'll be just pure seawater, but that's fine. You know what? We'll put 2 of the pumps. So we'll put a pump right here, and we have symmetry on, so it'll do the same thing on the other side. So that should be pump out right there. And then this fluid in part needs to go directly to the ocean. So we need to figure out a certain position that we can just line this straight into the floor in. And actually, I think right here would work great. So we're just gonna grab a pipe that turns, and we're gonna have it turn 2 times here, and then straight from here, it'll just drop straight down into the ocean. All right, simple enough. And now we need a fluid port on the bottom of this to actually grab, you know, the stuff. So we're gonna grab our water from there, color all of these. I forgot about coloring those. So now it looks like there's nothing there, which is what we want. But before we make the microcontroller for filling this thing, we need to spawn this in and look at the actual fluid capacity, because we want to fill it up pretty high there, and we need to actually grab dials for that. For all the displays for the hot tub, we'll just put them like right here. So we'll make like a little bit of a thing right here. have a couple dials here and there, and maybe some indicators showing that it's pumping in and out. I don't know if we want it to be gold. You know, we'll probably change that. And just to add some more design to it, we'll have it curve out like this, and this will be connected to, what is it? So where's our fluid? Oh wait, no, that's a fluid spawner, not a fluid meter. Okay, so we could have just read it from the actual thing, but we'll just grab a sensor. So fluid meter, and this right here will detect how much actual water is in here. I thought those were the same thing. They almost look identical, but they're not. Yeah, so one goes in, one faces out. That's really interesting. I didn't even know that. All right, so on this we have a fluid meter. So this is the number of fuel we have, so fluid right there, and then fluid capacity, so the max. So let's just go ahead and type these in. All right, that's done. Now we need two indicators that say if it's pumping in or out. Actually, no, we're not going to even have a pump out one. So we have this one right here named pump on. So let's go ahead and copy it a green color to make it look like it's, you know, working. So this will detect if the pump is on. Let's spawn this in and test it. All right, so we have some displays here. So hot tub level has 2,500 liters of fuel. It can hold 5,300. So let's fill it to around 5,000 liters. So on the microcontroller here, we need to make some logic. This will be a number input, and then we need a on and off output. And I think that's all we really need for this. Yeah, I think so. So we'll just go ahead and do that. And now let's actually start on this. So if this fluid level right here is less than a certain number, so if this is less than that, it'll turn on that. So that's our fluid pump. So if our fluid is less than a constant number of 5,000, so if there's less than 5,000 liters of water in there, it will start activating the pump. So I think that's how that works. I think that's all we have to do. So we have our very advanced microcontroller here that will stuff in our microcontroller ROM. So we'll put that there. And then for the pump on, it will turn on both of these pumps that I put in the engine room on kind of the ceiling. All right, so both of those pumps, and then the indicator right here that says the pump's on. And then for the number input on this, it will go to the fluid level, not the capacity. So now it should be pumping in water. All right, so then the pump should be on right now, and it is not pumping in water. Hold on, what's going on with these pumps? Wait, do they have electric? No, they don't. That's why. All right, well, now they have electric and it's not working even though the pumps are on. So are they even pumping water? Oh, that's probably why. Okay, so for it to pump in, we're just going to put a pipe right here directly above it. Is that directly above right there? Yes. Then we'll grab the curved pipe, and now we actually need the fluid port to pump in the water. So simple as that. Let's make it black so it actually blends in with the top part here, and that's not the right area. We'll put it right here, and there we go. Now it should 100% work. If it doesn't work, I don't know what will at this point. Now it is working. It is pumping in water slowly, but it does work. So let's go ahead and kind of wait for this to actually get to its capacity here. But as you can see, it's kind of slowly rising, very slowly though. Yeah, I don't know why these pumps are going so slow. Only 6 liters a second. I don't know what's going on with that. Wait, why is this one at 9? Is there like a different? I don't know. I mean, it pumps. That's all that matters. It's at 3,000 now, so it has to go to 5,000. Dude, I feel like that's maybe a little bit too high. 3,000 might work. And I feel like if Debbie goes in here, it'll just drain the entire thing. 5,000 might just be too much. I think it's actually overflowing right now. Maybe. Look at that. It's not even going higher. Yeah, so we're going to do 3,200 for the limit because it's like kind of maxing out at around this. So let's start driving here and see if it'll like kind of spill out if I turn, which definitely will happen. And look at that. This thing goes pretty quick. Let's start turning. Yeah, so it'll spill out, get a little bit low, but it won't like completely go empty, which is what we want. So let's go out there, see what's going on. Oh my gosh, we need to fix this door right here. We should have probably made it be a sliding door because I really don't like how that looks. Just looks like kind of an old door. But yeah, so it's maxing out at around the same. So maybe 3,000 will end up being our max here. Then of course, we cannot forget to actually put heaters in the hot tub to, you know, heat up the water. So we'll do that, even though that's really not how it works at all in real life, or I think it is at least. I mean, definitely not. You would not put heaters in a hot tub. That sounds like a disaster waiting to happen, but that might be how it works. Who knows? All right, so there's like a constant number somewhere in this boat I put. So a constant number right here. Here it is. Okay, so we'll just connect these to the heaters because, you know, the hot tub always has to be working. Oh, wait, no. Okay, you know what? We'll connect it to a toggle button on this. That would make much more sense. So we'll do that. Just put this here, and we'll just connect this all straight to our heaters in this thing. I don't know if we're going to put a boiler in this. That just seems a little bit too realistic. But all right, that's looking good. Let's go ahead and turn on our heating for this. All right, so now we have a working heated hot tub. Wait, pumping in water much faster now. And then I think it just maxed out right there. Yes, it did. So it's at exactly 3,000. Perfect. But yeah, guys, that's probably going to be it for this video. A lot of you guys were talking about a jet ski or something I'd put on the back right here. I've been thinking about that, so make sure you stay tuned. We might actually do that. Let's test our nav lights. All right, they do work. Make sure you guys let me know in the comments what we should actually add to this thing next. But make sure you guys like and subscribe, hit that bell, join the Discord. Link is in the description. But thanks for watching, and goodbye.